Hello, friends and lovers. Welcome back to the KnowDude Gaming Show. This is Bloodborne for Beginners. I'm your host, Stephen H., also known as Stevie Slayer, and I will be your host and guide through this whimsical world of Yharnam. Alright, so last episode we covered some boss fights. Now you can still see the blood because I haven't actually reloaded the area. That's great. Anyway, so we're gonna be going into Odin Chapel and the first have our first little look at Cathedral Ward. Of course, we're not going to be able to explore all of it just yet because we don't have a certain item that we need. It's called the Hunter Chief Emblem. But I'll show you what I can. Alrighty. So, after you kill Gascoigne, you don't need to worry about any enemies for a while. Not until after you have gone through Odin Chapel. So here we have a little library. It's nice. The Bergenworth spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably. You know, it just occurred to me that it's possible that when they refer to our lost master, they could be referring to Mikolash, host of the Nightmare, which is a boss that you meet later on. I love how cinematic the cutscenes are in this game. It's such a shame that they're so few and far between. Alright. Welcome. This cutscene is longer than I expected. Longer than I remember. Of course, it's been a while since I've watched a full cutscene in this game. Anyway. Sorry about that. So, welcome to Cathedral Ward and Odin Chapel. So, the first thing you will notice about this area is not that there's a lamp. It's the fact that there's a weird dude right here. In fact, he looks kind of like the sewer zombies that we fought earlier. But, please don't kill him. He does drop a rune, but you're a terrible person if you hurt him. He's really nice.
Hmm? Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does. Always has, you know. Since forever, but it won't end nicely. Not this time.
Not this time. So, I'll leave the, okay, so the lowdown is that he wants you to find people and tell them about Odin Chapel, because, none of the beasts go into Odin Chapel because of the incense. It's a safe haven. So we're gonna light this lamp, and, the first person that you can save is the old lady. The old lady that griped at us earlier. So we're going to go and do that now. Second thought, I'm going to do that off screen because it's a bit of a ways between here and her house. Okay, so Cathedral Ward. First of all, we're going to go through here. I'm going to show you this place first because it's a dead end and it'll be quickest. Hello, sir. Alright, so these are your church servants. They are probably, I'd say second to the shield guys. They're probably one of the easiest enemies in the game. And it's not because they don't deal damage, they deal crazy amounts of damage. It's because every one of their frames, every single one of their frames before they attack, and actually during their attack, is parryable. Every last one of them, if you shoot them, they will go into a visceral state. Like that. And so, basically, if you have any Quicksilver bullets at all, these guys are a joke. So keep that in mind. Don't get killed by them. Just visceral the crap out of them. Alrighty, so we're gonna go over here and kill these birds, because there's a madman's knowledge back here. And actually, after we fight Vicar Amelia... Ow! Stop it! After we fight Vicar Amelia, there will actually be a Snatcher over here. He's an enemy type that you haven't seen yet. Very difficult to fight. Really kind of erratic. Okay, not erratic, but hard to predict movement pattern. And if he kills you, then something special happens. So here's another guy. And like I said, every single one of these guys' attack frames is parryable. See? He even hit me. And it doesn't matter because I regained the health with the visceral attack. There's no reason why these guys should give you trouble. So we got our wooden shield, which is the most... It's trash. It's real trash. It doesn't even do anything, and if an enemy hits you while you're wielding it, you hardcore stagger. So yeah, it's not good. Okay, so here's another church servant. Hello, sir. Ow. Didn't draw quite good enough. See, look, he hardly even started his attack, and he was parried. Anyway, I'll stop harping on the fact that these guys are really easy. You guys get it by now. Okay, so you see that item right there? There is something invisible here, and actually, now that I'm at full health, I can show you guys. It's right here. So you can kind of see his outline a little bit, but that is an what? Oh, okay. I didn't know that he teleported you for some reason. I think that's the first time I've been hit by him without, you know, going into the DLC. By the way, once you beat Vicar Amelia and you advance the hunt, you can return back to the dream, and if you've purchased the DLC, the messengers will give you an item that allows you to access the DLC. You'll come here to Cathedral Ward, get picked up by the Amygdala, which I can't see right now because I don't have enough insight, and he will teleport you into the Hunter's Nightmare, which is the DLC, and I love the DLC. I'll probably do a walkthrough of that once I'm done with the main game, because not as many people have the DLC as they do the main game. Anyway, so moving on. This fella, this big old fella right here is called a church giant. You can fight him, and I'll show you how. But if you do, expect to die, because he deals, like a lot of enemies in this game, loads of damage. So basically, the only way you can viably fight this guy, unless you have loads of skill in the game, is by... oh jeez, oh gosh, is by using the charge dart too. Oh crap! Because that's the only attack you can do that'll stagger you. And I can also throw... oh, that didn't work. There you go. You can throw Molotovs at him. Doesn't deal as much damage. Huzzah! But yeah, don't hang out right next to this guy. You wanna be as far away from him as you can. Oh shoot! No! Die! Okay, he's dead now. Oh gosh. All right. Oh gosh, you know, for the older players meaning more experienced players who are watching this, they're probably like, dude, you're such a noob. And to that, will probably say, you know what? Yeah, kind of. But hey, I've been playing this for a little bit, so you know, I know a little bit. Alright, so actually right now I'm gonna go to environment because I noticed when I was editing that my everything was too loud and you couldn't hear my voice very well. I'm sorry about that, so I'm gonna turn everything down. Alright, so in this area you might be tempted to go and try and backstab that giant. Don't do it, because you see he has a friend right there, and the friend has a club. So this is if you backstab the one in Central Yharnam, this will be your first club giant. They're pretty rare. And I'm wielding my heavy hunter's axe right now, and so I am not going to visceral him. However, I am going to backstab this son of a gun right there. Oh, and birds. Birds too. Birds are the happy birds, I guess. Huzzah! No! Oh no! I died. Well, there you go. I got greedy. Oh well. So, back where we were, I'm going to visceral this fella. Yeah! Okay. And he's a lot stronger than the ones in Central Yharnam, and so a single visceral attack at my level is not going to kill him. And everything is stronger, even the birdos. Alrighty. So now I'm gonna take back my darn blood echoes, and he has them. By the way, you can tell which enemy has your blood echoes because their eyes will be glowing. Oh my gosh, frickin' birds. Well, there you go. Not my shining hour, but that's okay. Hiya! Go. Yeah, I guess they really just like putting those giants with birds. Okay, you guys can. You guys can. No. Alrighty. Not my shining hour. Thank you, sir. I'll take those blood echoes back now. Yeah, so, one thing that you saw when I was fighting those birds is that they kind of stun-locked me with their kind of half-flight combo, I guess. That is something to watch out for, and something that clearly I got stuck in, because I'm a noob. But yeah, you want to dodge that combo. Don't try and knock them out of it. And I'm actually not going to fight that fellow. I'm gonna run past him because he has a ball and chain, and I don't like that. I am, however, going to kill this little guy. It's, you know, it's kind of funny. Those little crawly creatures appear in every one of Miyazaki's games. Hidetaka Miyazaki is the man who made this game, who directed it, by the way. They appear in every one of his games. There's one enemy who will run away from you and then teleport, and usually they will be in really inconvenient and dangerous places. Thankfully, the placement of those weird clump things was a little bit more merciful than the placement of the crystal lizards in the Dark Souls games. But anyway, I'm done with that tangent. So this place, this part of the map you actually won't have to worry about until you have advanced the night. You can go there because it gives you the monocular, which you saw me pick up over there. But let's real quick show you where... Oh! No! Excuse me. This is the place. This is just a chest. It's another dead end. Gosh, I'm off my game today. So you get a blood gemstone, which for your level is, you know, all right. Okay, we're gonna go back past this guy, and then get into into the meat of this episode. So we've seen two dead ends, and now we're going to go to the path that leads to Old Yarnum, which is the next area of the game. Now, I will note, you need an item in order to advance. That item is called the Hunter Chief Emblem, and you use it, on the gate, which that church giant is right in front of. So you use it on that gate, and you have to buy the you have to buy the Hunter Chief Emblem from the Bath Messengers in the dream, and it costs 10,000 blood echoes. As you can see, I already have almost 10,000, and so what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna purchase it, and then go to Old Yarnum anyway, so that I can show y'all that area. Old Yarnum is a completely optional area of the game. You don't have to go there, but I would highly recommend it, because in going there you will get more blood echoes and therefore more levels, and so it'll make the rest of the game easier, because you'll be on a higher level. Get off my cloud, you nerd. I don't know. Okay, I don't know why I'm like this. All right. Okay. So in this area, there's a bonfire that you need to be aware of. Don't run into that, as well as some of the enemies that you encountered earlier in Central Yarnum. All right. So once again, like in Central Yarnum, you want to draw them out. You don't want to go in guns blazing, because that'll get you killed. Come on. Oh, come on. I was expecting him to... I was expecting him to charge instead of barking. Alright. I need to conserve my stamina better. I've been getting real greedy. Anyway. Alright, so we killed those guys. And then we can go around to this side, and there's some cold blood dudes, and I think, yeah, there's a Molotov. Okay, so the most obvious option is to go into this chapel here. One of countless chapels in Yarnum, actually. You know, you never... Like, why are there so many churches? This is a complete aside. Why are there so many churches in Yarnum? Like, I think there are like 4 or 5. Not even to mention the ones in the Hunter's Nightmare. Like, is this the Bible Belt or something? Anyway, okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, so you'll go into this chapel, and there'll be this guy who ambushes you from the left. So you kill him, get the madman's knowledge like you did, and then you realize that there is no place to go here. Sweet. So you go back out. And then you are going to proceed to the left of the stage. Alright. So, at least when I'm playing online, usually there are a bunch of notes here that say, beware of dog, that sort of thing. So there are 2 dogs up those stairs, and a gunman. And so, once again, you don't want to go in guns blazing. One of them is going to come around... Oh, 2 of them are going to come around the corner. You kill them. And then you take on the gunman. Okay? You do not want to be in a situation where you are stun locked and stun locked by the dogs, and he just lays one into you. Because his gun is very damaging, and yeah, that's just not a good situation. Okay, so we're in the kind of inner sanctum of the church here, a room which has little importance. So we're gonna go in here, and then we're going to flip this lever, which makes the giant coffin in the middle of the chapel roll back and reveal the path to Old Yharnam. But before we go there, we gotta talk to a little friend. His name is Al. He's a crazy boy, but you learn that later. He turns out to be a crazy boy.
You're a beast hunter, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I knew it. That's precisely how I started out.
That's pretty neat.
Oh, beg pardon.
Oh, your mouth doesn't move, sir.
So, what say you?
Okay, and sure, I'll cooperate with you.
Very good. Very good. Take this.
Alright, so you cooperate with him, and he gives you fire paper and the pray emote. So, and then he can tell you about the Healing Church and Bergenworth, just little snippets of lore that, if you're not familiar with the story of Bloodborne, will be very helpful to understanding what's going on. However, once again, this is a walkthrough. I'm not going to get much into this story. So we go down here. Tempering blood gemstone. Alright. So we go down here, and there's a lycanthrope in this room. Don't be surprised and don't flip out, because, you know, it's dark, it's dark, you're playing Bloodborne, at least, okay, I don't know if this is the case for everybody, but at least for me, I found Bloodborne to be a very scary game when I started off. And so I kind of flipped out when I found that lycanthrope down there, and I also kind of flipped out when I learned that, I think he can follow you up. Can he follow you up the stairs? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we're gonna move on. Alright, another hallmark of Yharnam's beautiful architecture, the stupidly placed ladder. As if it was difficult to repair the steps. Alrighty. Alright, so this is the Old Yharnam lamp. Okay? So you can go through that door. But first I'm going to kind of comb through. I think there's one or two items around here. Yeah, Pungent Blood Cocktail. Those are useful for crowd control. I don't tend to use them. But, you can. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for the first portion of Cathedral Ward. Very short stage, not much to it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode where I will be covering Old Yharnam.